You guys on YouTube always stand behind the table. Gotta have a little bit of backdrop, sunlight coming in. Okay, play that clip.
What are you gonna do today, Napoleon?
Glad you asked. Hey, my name's Dave, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be building a bunk bed. Let's play the intro. Begin by cutting 2x4s for the legs. I'm leaving them a little long so I can cut them perfectly after the legs are glued. Joint the edges. If you don't have an expensive jointer, a hand plane will do just fine. Glue the 2x4s at right angles, and those will become the legs. Next, I'm cutting 2x6 for the bed frame. Take what's left over from the 2x4s and rip them into squares. And fasten them to the 2x6. They will act as ledges for the 1x4s. I'm drilling pocket holes for where the bed frame will attach to the legs. Not really necessary though. These 1x4s will be the supports for the mattress. Assemble the bed frame using screws. Cross measure to square. All I use to fasten the 1x4s is glue and a brad nail. Looks like I miscalculated. Hey, no one's perfect. Here I'm just taking the rough edges off. The guys at the lumberyard kind of shafted me. The plywood and the chamfered pieces will be part of the leg assembly. Give the outside face of the legs a nice square edge. And cut them perfectly to length. These boards will become the railing around the top of the bed. I guess I'm just too cheap to buy dust collection. Round over the legs. And the ladder rungs as well. Assemble the legs. These chamfered pieces is what's going to support the upper bed frame. I'm only making one half of the ladder now. The other side will attach to the legs later. plugs or wood filler to cover up the screws. I use drywall mud because that's what we had sitting around. I'm attaching the railing to the ladder assembly as well. Meanwhile, my mom was painting in the background. She didn't want to be on YouTube. Lastly, I have to make the drawer. I'm using the circular saw to get the plywood into a more manageable size. The drawer will just be a simple box construction using pocket screws. These little casters on the bottom is what will allow it to slide. Add some dividers. And after it's painted, install the poles. Now comes the best part. Bring it inside for assembly. Just make sure to keep all your screws hidden. Simple as that. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. It was a lot of fun to make, but if you didn't like it, leave me a thumbs down so I know for next time. But subscribe, because I promise I'll get better at this. I'm just trying to figure everything out. About the bed, I wasn't really planning on making one, so I borrowed most of my design off of Jay Bates' video. I'll put a link to his video in the description because I think he does a way better job of explaining than I did. But I've got my own set of blueprints on my website. They're free, but if you download them, you gotta like and comment. So that's how I get you. Till next time, keep your stick on the ice. Shouldn't have said that. I might get sued for that one. If you like this video,
there's a lot more where this came from. If you go to the dance with me, yours truly, Napoleon Dynamite.